Hey, what's up, everyone? Or the maybe dozen or so people who ever watch this. This is Jonathan once again uh, with some more thoughts on God of War Ascension and some more news. As you can see, my appearance has drastically changed in the past less than 24 hours. Got my head shaved. I'm clean shaven except for a little soul patch. And yeah, so we got a report on the PlayStation blog by a guy. Let me look at it here from a guy by the name of Todd Pappy, who has reported that we will get some more information, a live streaming event on God of War Ascension on April the 30th at 8 p.m. Pacific time. That's 9 Mountain, 10 Central, 11 Eastern time. So, yeah. It should be interesting. It seems as though they're going to come out with, I guess, gameplay a lot earlier than I thought they would. I thought they'd be saving that for E3, just let the speculation build and build and build and build so that we would keep waiting, but I guess they're not going to jerk us around. They are going to give us some more God of War Ascension. The reaction that I've seen is pretty mixed. Some people are really excited. Some people are disappointed. Some people are pissed off that there is another God of War. They're saying that it's milking the franchise. I don't think that it is. Milking the franchise would just be keep going on and on and on until there's nothing left. I think there is some ground still to cover. You know, before Kratos was a god, maybe even before he was a servant to Ares. And of course, there's that cliffhanger at the end of God of War 3, which may be resolved on the PlayStation 4. I don't know. I do have a feeling that this may be the last game, and that they will be putting Kratos out to pasture and let him enjoy retirement. So, thoughts. What does this entail? What is this game going to be like? IGN speculated that this might not be a traditional God of War game, that it might be an MMO or a strategy-based game or some bullshit. I don't see that happening unless you really want to piss the fan base off. I mean, this isn't Halo where you could do a spinoff called Halo Wars. This is God of War. It's been one thing, done very well several times. There hasn't been a bad game in the series. Even though I would say my least favorite probably goes to Sparta. But that's least favorite on a scale of excellence. That's just mild excellence compared to pure excellence for most of the games. Anyway, back to Ascension. So the trailer talks about the blood oath to Ares, whether saying that Kratos would break the blood oath to Ares. I don't know what blood oath they're referring to, because when Kratos, if you look at God of War, the original, in the cutscene where he becomes a servant to Ares, all he does is he has to bow down, and the narrator, who we later find out is Gaia, says, only a simple oath of obedience was required. And then he said, my life is yours, I'll do whatever you want. And then he got the Blades of Chaos taken up straight from the forges of Hades and chained to his wrists, burned into his wrists, seared in his wrists, never to be removed. Except when they were removed in God of War 2 with the Blades of Athena, and in God of War 3 with the Blades of Exile. Go figure. They might retcon this. I'm not entirely sure. They might retcon some things, maybe give a more adequate reason as to why Ares killed Kratos' family, instead of just, I killed them so that nothing would hold you back, that you would be the ultimate warrior. Not the ultimate warrior. I walked into that. Get into the rocket ship, Kratos! You don't know who the Ultimate Warrior is. Google him. Back to God of War. I know this is rambling. This is just very off the seat of my pants. It's very on the fly, no rehearsal. But yeah, I think they might give a more adequate reason as to why Kratos became. Well, not became. As to why Ares killed Kratos' family. Because now that I thought about it last night and earlier today when I was daydreaming through class, that he just killed them just so nothing would hold them back, and he for some reason didn't see any repercussions from that. I think that we probably will get a retcon somewhere, sort of how there was a retcon in Ghost of Sparta, where Kratos' mother revealed to him that Zeus was his father, which is something in God of War that was only revealed in God of War 2 at the very end, where he acts surprised that Athena tells him that Zeus is his son, and that Zeus is his father. Fuck. Yes, there might be a retcon. Anyway, that's enough to start on the gameplay. I think it's going to be like a traditional God of War game. I don't see a multiplayer mode. There might be one involving demons, the demonic creatures of Greek mythology, Medusas, Minotaurs, Cerberuses, and I think if there were going to be a multiplayer, it would be a co-op multiplayer. You would be some Spartan soldiers going through a mini campaign, sort of like I imagined how Resistance 2's co-op was. I know this is completely different, but that's what I would think it'd be. I don't think that we'd have a mode where everyone would be Kratos running around, swinging around, and swinging the blades around. And that's another thing. You do see in the trailer the blades being swung around, and the cool blood effect. There's a lot of blood everywhere, so about blood oaths and stuff. So I think we will see the blades come back. Maybe the first part will have him with his sword fighting regular enemies, and then it will go through his initial adventures as a servant to Ares, where he's not quite the Ghost of Sparta, because he only becomes the Ghost of Sparta after he kills his family, and that priestess imbues the ashes of his wife and daughter. I forget what his wife's name is. I've only seen it once. I know his daughter's name is Calliope. Imbues it onto his skin, never to be removed, as a reminder to everyone. And apparently everyone he ever encounters knows who he is. And this was a funny moment in Chains of Olympus, where the Persian king he encountered said, oh, hi, Spartan. How do you know who he is? Does everyone know who he is? He must have been a real asshole. But yeah, anyway, so stay tuned for April 30th at 8 p.m. Western or Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern or Atlantic if you prefer. I'm in Ohio, so I'm pretty close to the edge of the Eastern time zone. I think if you go just across the border, it changes into Central, because I'm only 5 miles from the Indiana border. That's where my school is, like my college. So stay tuned for that. I will put up a video if I'm not too busy writing papers. Fuck it. I'll find time to do it. So I will find the time to do it. And also Black Ops 2, if we'll get a reveal on May 2nd. And yeah, so stay tuned for that, for all the dozen or so people who will ever watch this. Hopefully I might get a fan base, maybe. Please. Alright, now another funny face to end the video. Alright, enough of my ramblings, my unscripted bullshit. Sorry for putting you through this, but yeah. This is Jonathan, over and out.